In 1951, the Beech Hill Boys Cycling Club from Luton, Bedfordshire, under Ken Baldwin and Mr. Thompson, spent 2 weeks camping up in Dovedale, Derbyshire. They went up the A6 through Market Harborough. They stopped overnight at a youth hostel, and then they finished up in Ilam Hall. It was very wet, and I remember falling off my bike down with cows all over the road. Anyway, having recuperated, we crossed the stepping stones in Dovedale, and we camped by the bank there. It rained tremendously the first few nights. We dug trenches, but to no avail. You could feel the river rippling underneath the ground sheets. So we moved to higher ground, and we were good for the rest of the 2 weeks. Even though it rained almost every day, we still had a good time. We went on various hikes up there, and we hiked up to the top of Thorpe Cloud, which is a nearby hill, 1,000 feet or so, and had a really good first experience camping with the Beech Hill Boys Cycling Club. This is back in 1951, so we were about ranging from 12 and a half to 14 years old at the time. Luton Boys cycling tour of Lorna Doone country. Home safe and sound after a fortnight of cycling and camping are 12 Luton boys who returned from Exmoor in Somerset on Thursday. They are members of the Beech Hill School Cycling Club and include 5 old boys who still keep in contact with the school through the medium of the club. The party travelled under the supervision of Mr. Ken Baldwin and Mr. J. Thompson, masters at Beech Hill. Without any more serious mishap than a puncture, the party went via Aylesbury and Oxford to the Inglesham Youth Hostel, where they spent the night. The second night was spent in an orchard in Corston, just outside of Bath. The orchard, however, was devoid of all fruit. On the Monday, the party reached Somerset via Cheddar, where they spent an enjoyable 2.5 hours, and Bridgewater and Kilve, where the night was spent on the coast. Porlock was reached the following day, and a stop was made before tackling the famed Porlock Hill, which in parts of its 3 miles tortuous ascent has a gradient of 1 in 3.5. Collecting the kit sent by rail to Minehead, and from Minehead to the top of Porlock by coach in the custody of 2 boys, who collected their cycles from Minehead the following day, the party reached their destination on the Tuesday evening. Tents were pitched beside Robbers Bridge, made famous in the book Lorna Doone, and an enjoyable week was spent swimming in the stream and rambling the beautiful hills and valleys of Exmoor. For some of the boys there was an added interest of a 25 miles hike across country to Dunkery Beacon, 1,700 feet above sea level, from the top of which could be enjoyed a really magnificent view of the surrounding countryside, with the coast of South Wales visible across the sea. Beginning the return journey on Wednesday, the party arrived home by a slightly different route late the following day, after having slept in a hayloft at Shepton Mallet. On Thursday, 120 miles were cycled, quite a distance in one day for such young cyclists. One of the older boys, Jimmy Lugston, had the great misfortune to snap his cycle frame at Shepton Mallet, but managed to return home with another boy as company by means of a lorry en route to Watford. Many parents were not expected to see their sons until the following Saturday, but were however very pleased to see them tired and very bronzed and happy after a most enjoyable fortnight.